After discovering that his former partner Priya had started a relationship with another man, Ravi became determined to win her back. His obsession even led him to promise that he would kill her new boyfriend once he discovered who he was. Thankfully for Max, Ravi has yet to make any real progress with that particular plan. However, this week sees him make a serious attempt to rekindle his romance with Priya. Priya begins to soften towards Ravi after their daughter, Avani Nandra Hart, steps in and attempts to bring the former couple closer together. Taking encouragement from this development, Ravi turns to his close friend, Zack Hudson, for guidance. Zack advises him to prove to Priya just how deeply he still cares about her. Ravi, however, takes the advice to another level and decides that proposing marriage is the perfect way to demonstrate his feelings. At the same time, Priya once again becomes involved with Max. After the pair sleep through the morning of his fiancée Cindy Beale's hen party, they unexpectedly end up helping to organize some last-minute preparations for the celebration. As their secret relationship continues, Priya begins to experience growing guilt over her affair with Max. But before she can fully confront her feelings, Ravi delivers another major shock by getting down on one knee and asking her to marry him. Fans will have to tune in to discover how Priya reacts to the unexpected proposal. However, her later decision to visit Max at his flat and put an end to their affair appears to suggest that she may be seriously considering a future with Ravi. Despite this, their story is unlikely to have a straightforward, happy ending. Viewers have already been speculating that Ravi could potentially be the mysterious gunman featured in the New Year's Day flash-forward, who appeared to be seeking revenge against Max. EastEnders Max faces panic as his secret affair threatens to be exposed. Max Branning's hidden secrets are in danger of coming to light in EastEnders next week, as his risky relationship with Priya Nandra Hart continues to put everything he has built at risk. The Walford womanizer has been secretly seeing Priya behind the back of his fiancée, Cindy Beale. Priya, meanwhile, turned to Max for some excitement after her relationship with Ravi Gulati came to an end. Recent episodes revealed that Jean Slater accidentally discovered the pair's secret affair. Although she warned Priya about Max's reputation and the trouble he could cause, Jean ultimately agreed not to reveal what she knew, deciding that Cindy's feelings were not something she needed to protect. However, Max and Priya soon find themselves dangerously close to having their secret exposed when they meet up for another secret encounter. Max decides to see Priya after becoming increasingly jealous of his former partner Linda Carter, whose relationship with local councillor Clive Masters appears to be growing more serious. After collecting their daughter Annie so that Linda and Clive can enjoy their date, Max shares a brief but meaningful moment with Linda. The encounter suggests that unresolved feelings may still exist between them, although neither of them is prepared to discuss what happened. Instead of confronting his emotions, Max pushes them aside and turns his attention back to Priya, arranging to meet her at her flat. The following morning brings another problem for Max. It is the day of Cindy's hen party, but he wakes up in Priya's bed after the pair have accidentally slept through the morning. With his fiancée's big celebration approaching and his secret affair still hanging over him, Max suddenly has to find a way to explain his absence without raising Cindy's suspicions. Craig corners Amy as she tries to escape Walford in EastEnders. Craig Ingram is set to uncover another major piece of information about Amy Mitchell in EastEnders next week. But before he can fully deal with her confession, the detective receives some deeply concerning news that threatens to derail his own career. Craig has been at the centre of the investigation into the violent attack on Joel Marshall, whose return to Walford caused considerable anger and resentment after he was released from prison. Joel had previously been jailed after assaulting his stepmother, Vicky Fowler. His situation became even more controversial when it was revealed that he had secretly recorded himself having sex with Avani Nandra Hart, without her knowledge or consent. After completing his sentence, Joel returned to the square and moved in with his father, Ross. His arrival was far from welcome, particularly among a group of local teenagers who were furious about what had happened to Avani. Amy Mitchell was one of those determined to confront Joel. She invited him to the park under the pretense of an end-of-term celebration, giving him no reason to suspect that something more sinister was waiting for him. When Joel arrived, the teenagers quickly turned against him. They restrained him using Ricky Butcher's bike lock and proceeded to humiliate him while filming the incident on their mobile phones. Although the group intended to punish Joel, the situation took a much darker turn when he was later attacked by an unknown person. The violent assault left him seriously injured and sparked a police investigation. DC Craig Ingram was determined to discover who was responsible. He began carefully questioning those who had been present during the events surrounding Joel's attack, hoping that someone would eventually reveal a crucial detail. As the investigation progressed, several important developments began to emerge. Lily Slater admitted that she had freed Joel before the assault, while Denzel Danes revealed that he had been with Avani around the time of the attack. Their accounts helped investigators eliminate them as potential suspects. Amy, meanwhile, found herself under increasing pressure. When Craig questioned her, he adopted a supportive approach rather than immediately treating her as a suspect. His sympathetic attitude encouraged Amy to reveal information that she might otherwise have kept hidden. During the conversation, Amy explained that Ricky owned the bike lock that had been used to restrain Joel. Although the information appeared useful to Craig, she was still hiding the most important part of the story. Amy's emotional state soon deteriorated further after she discovered that Denzel, a boy she had started developing feelings for again, had shared an intimate moment with Avani. Devastated by what she had witnessed, Amy struggled to control her emotions and turned to alcohol. She eventually found herself at McClunkey's, where Craig spotted her. Rather than simply walking away, Craig offered Amy the opportunity to talk. He encouraged her to explain what was really bothering her and made it clear that she could confide in him. That conversation led to one of the biggest revelations in the storyline. Unable to continue carrying the burden of her secret, Amy finally confessed that she was responsible for attacking Joel. Craig was left completely stunned by the admission. The confession puts both teenagers and the detective in an extremely difficult position. Amy knows that revealing the truth could completely destroy her future, while Craig is now faced with a professional dilemma over what to do with the information she has given him. Next week, Amy becomes increasingly frightened about the consequences of her confession. She desperately pleads with Craig to keep her involvement secret, hoping that he will protect her from arrest. Craig agrees to do what he can, but he also makes it clear that the situation has placed him in a dangerous position. He is already carrying his own professional problems, and knowing that Amy attacked Joel makes matters even more complicated. The detective has previously made a questionable decision involving evidence connected to the case. He withheld the video footage showing the teenagers tormenting Joel from the official investigation after Jack and Joel requested that it not be used. Craig now fears that this decision could come back to haunt him. If his superiors discover that he deliberately kept important evidence out of the investigation, his career could be placed in serious jeopardy. His concerns soon become reality. After Amy asks Craig to remain silent about her confession, he heads to the police station, expecting to continue dealing with the case. Instead, he receives a devastating professional blow. Craig is informed that a serious complaint has been made against him and that he has been suspended from public-facing police duties. The suspension changes everything. Not only is Craig removed from his normal responsibilities, but he is also taken off the investigation into Joel's attack. With Craig no longer officially involved in the case, Amy may initially believe that she has a better chance of keeping her secret hidden. However, the teenager soon discovers that the investigation is far from over. Back in Walford, Jack Branning warns Amy that the police are likely to identify Joel's attacker eventually. His warning sends Amy into a state of panic. EastEnders airs from Monday to Thursday at 7:30 p.m. on BBC One, with episodes also available to stream on BBC iPlayer from 6 a.m.